am he as you are, he as you are, me, and we are all together. See how they run like pigs from a gun, see how they fly. I'm crying, sitting on a cornflake, waiting for the van to come. Corporation t-shirt, stupid bloody Tuesday, man, you've been a naughty boy, you let your face grow long. I am the Eggman, they are the Eggmen. I am the walrus, goo-goo-ga-tube. That's a call out. That's a shout out to another person, to Brad Warner. on his channel, to his channel of Hardcore Zen. Hopefully I'll remember to put that shout out in my and now I just want you to know that I rehearsed. I'm trying to teach myself how to read music, how to keep time. I figured that would be quite helpful for learning music. But you know what here? My method? Boom, 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 boom. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 2, 3 and 4. Anyway, you can't do that while you're playing the guitar, so this video is part of a new take on an old series. Whereas I used to describe or to talk about Zen and life lessons and reality and what Zen is talking about, and I called it coffee talks, right? Well, I can't really have coffee anymore, and there's tea talks. I could do tea talk, but this one is not a tea talk. It's a water talk. Water is something that gives health and clean and life. But I'm not going to talk just about life. I want to talk about life and death. And sometimes life is a real sewer that we need to slide through. That's a little alliteration. Those two words, put them together. What does it rhyme with? Not that I have this problem, I don't. But so many people do. So many people give up on their life because of reasons. Many reasons. Remember when I used to be that way? My reasons, they were because nobody loved me, because I was stupid, because nobody understood me, because I was lonely, because I kept falling for the same tricks, because of so many things. It's the same as everybody, right? We can't take a setback. We can't take a disappointment. We can't take a great loss. We don't know how to recover from hurt. That's why I started seeking Zen. I wanted to help people recover and thrive. I wanted to help myself to be less dependent on help, because my life experience, getting help was never helpful. getting help always brought more trouble than worth. Oh, that getting help only means that you learn how not to be honest. Therefore, you avoid the self-inquiry that you're afraid the outside opinion is the only answer to what's going on your inside. And they don't know. They're guessing, and their guesses are always scary. Therefore, you don't learn how to face your negativity, and you don't learn how to detach from the immediate pain, the immediate reaction, the parasympathetic reaction, and then the one that attaches to it, the emotional. And then there's another layer, then the layers comes up that says all the past times that such a thing has occurred, or all the depth. You feel another sinking down. Now, what Zen is pointing to is that all of this activity is something that you're doing and you're outside of it. To learn this secret, you are not this, you are not sinking, you are not. And then, when you say to yourself, when you're down here and you're the worst you've ever been in life, life, blah, and you think of another thing that comes out, and it says to you, I must cause you suffering. I must punish you for being stupid. What is this? Where did you learn it? Because it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. Not ultimately. Zen aims for you to understand and rise above these things called the 5 aggregates. They are things you name. You name it. You've invented it, and you've invented the significance that it has for you. No, I have a voice over here. Why, you incur the wrath of all the ages. You insult the very nature of God. You impious. Whatever the fuck you're saying. You can believe that, or you cannot believe that. You can take it in and cause it to be your reality, or you can say you are you are not correct. You are an extreme. Buddha said no extremes. No extremes. You must avoid extremes in opinion and extremes in thought. Freaking, who did it? Who said so? All of them said so. Pai Chang, Hung Bo, you. Not this. You cannot say this is it. Foyer. Sure, I told you. They all said it. To help somebody understand this, and I've already given up everything I got for it. And that's why reality sucks. Reality bites. Reality is uncontrollable. I'll tell you why in a minute. The only thing you can do with reality is accept it. Accept it and fashion the lesson that you choose to learn. Because you know what? Let me get back to the original statement. Here's this guy. This guy is built up of all the... He's your egregore of all your negativity and all your... Whoever hurt you and hated you, whoever you had to sit down here and go, well, I must be this way, or it's not logical that somebody would treat me this way because I'm a loving creature, I'm innocent and sweet. So I must unconsciously know how this thing is happening. He's right. I'm terrible, and if I don't figure it out, I'm not worth anything. You believe that, and you believe that. But when somebody comes along, darling, what is it? I'm worthless and terrible. No, no. You're the very wellspring of creation. You are the only thing that can grow. What? No. I'm terrible, and you're wrong, and you're a demon. Go away. Why do you think that you don't have a voice that loves you? Why do you think that you are incapable of a psychology that can nurture you? When you were down here and you felt love, nurture, all this yum that you felt growing up, or that you felt at the time that somebody blah 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 and whatever, okay, because the details are important. To tell you the truth, we all think our details are important, but the point is that they're kind of not. The details are yours. They're yours to deal with, and they're yours to let go. But at the end of the day, the lesson is the same. What? You need to step back. Understand the mechanics of your mind. Understand that whatever appears in your mind is just that, in appearance. It is not you. It is not your eyes, and it is not what goes into your eyes. Boy, that sounded zen. Trying to bring it down to earth, because I get through trauma all the time. My son goes through trauma all the time, and every single day that something bad happens, to shoot down whatever ego he's grown, he immediately curses his life with death. You deserve the death penalty, is how I look at it. And part of me, I'm two-minded about this. Part of me sees weakness and wants to attack it, because I attack weakness in myself. I attack defeatism in myself. I'm not going to let you. But then also, I know what it's like. I still battle every day to tell those little pests in my mind, look, you don't really have a room in this hotel any longer. I don't go visiting my pain. No, I do visit my pain. When it comes up, I feel it. I look at it. I catch whatever I'm going to learn from it and let it go. The biggest first lesson is to realize what is the actual pain and what is the thing you add to it just to make sure it hurts real good. Then you have to think about when you have this and you hurts it real good, you kind of translate hurts in it real good into a ritual, like your favorite song that hurts so good, huh? And then you learn to escape it. But you know that there's an entire sublayer into the psychological mechanics of your escapism that details a path to your healing from the original pain. But you're not interested. Nobody wants to study Zen. Nobody wants to live that long, and nobody wants to be bothered to work that hard because it feels so terrible. I live in mortal terror that my son's gonna... And I keep trying to speak truth into him. But number 2 lesson, nobody's ever going to do what you think is right and wrong. Not to you, not for somebody else, and not right or wrong by you. And the only one that can do right or wrong is you toward others. And right isn't always a comfortable, fluffy. Right could be facing with great courage something you're terrified of. Right could even be a incorrect action. Right and wrong are done by you and judged by you. Voice that tells you you were right and wrong never, ever saw you down here trying hard to understand what was right and wrong. They never saw you. I know who sees you is the one that was with you down here. That's what I was getting to. That time you were down here before this guy developed. There was this guy. Because this guy was made up of all the, oh, lovely baby, sweet darling, we love you. Come on, pretty, love, 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 love. Oh, aren't you learning how to read? You're wonderful, you're wonderful. Oh my God, I'm always coming through for you and I'm always depending and everything's really great. And then suddenly, oh, something changes. You suck. Doesn't change here. Sorry. I screwed up my analogy. But this is what it seems like. Because now this person, this being, this thought process, this self-reflection, what is a good Jungian word for this thing so I don't keep looking like a psycho? Oh, the anima pops, and the animus is created. Maybe. That's just my theory. But regardless of the name of the damn thing that's called, because I never got the education, because I'm too poor to get an education and too stupid to get intelligent friends to discuss things with. There's this guy now created, and this guy takes on, if this was true, if she was true, and then suddenly you suck, and it changes, you must still think it's true. Some people appeal to her again. Show me why it's wrong. Show me what I'm doing wrong. Help me, God. Oh, please, God, let me get over my sins. Oh, please, God, let me be the perfect person. And there could be two kinds. One is helpful, and one is not quite helpful. See, because they really want you to fix yourself too. They've developed. Yourself has split off yet again. Oh, maybe it's stronger or weaker, but it's human psychology. Now, there is some research on about humans used to have a sided, a biomural, I can't remember the damn word, but it's the hot new thing that the YouTube overlords are allowing us access to, so we might as well look into things, you know what I'm saying? But the ancient man had a two kind of mind. Literally, you know, devil angel on the shoulder mentality, which is why they had shamanism, and the shamans had the visions, and the visions could be translated into teachable or manipulatory items for humanity. Oh shit, I was supposed to talk about the sewer and the slide. I was supposed to have an emotional conversation, but I didn't. I just started preaching at y'all. I wish everybody could get power over their own self. That's why I studied so hard, because that's what I needed. But when I was a young Christian, what I needed was to explain things to other Christians so that they can have a better relationship with Jesus. You know, which is really nothing more than I was discovering mysticism naturally. But life became an important thing, and any lesson to learn, and my understanding that I choose what I learn. I can continue to repeat the old, or I can choose to learn or seek for upness. And over time, I get the upness. And over time, the strength of the desire to just not suffer anymore becomes the fascination with every aspect and every viewpoint that you could have assumed along the way to the situation that triggered bad. Like you could rethink and live and examine. Like this one time I was so angry with my friend. I was supposed to pick her up and we were supposed to go out. But yet it kept getting later and later and later and I really wanted to go out. So she kept putting me off and she finally said she was getting ready and I'm driving over there and she's not even dressed. She don't even care. She's not ready. Well, damn, I'm mad as hell. I'm mad as hell. And I have been going through my anger and my whole speech to myself and to her. Well, you're not ever been my friend. And I was doing that. And then I started playing it back another way. Now, I didn't do this for real. Like, I didn't confront her for real. I always kind of confront beforehand in my imagination and try to examine which is which. And I started to hear what she actually said to me. She might come check. Like, drop by, we'll see. That was her attitude. My attitude was she said she would, and I was looking forward to going out. I felt slighted. She probably just didn't want to tell me straight up she wasn't ready to go. Maybe she was trying to talk herself into it and just couldn't muster it. In the end, I realized I was wrong, but did it change the amount of feelings, of frustration, of hatred, of, she did this to me, and did it change the flood of things coming into my mind? Oh, you see that? Remember that? That's when she did that. Ooh, you know how she said that right there? That's what that means. And all that was playing around through. You know what those are? Voyan's frogs. Now go learn Zen. Have a good one. Bye-bye.